Morning everyone, Forge Pass video. So, I had no plans to make a Forge Pass video. No plans. It's a pack, you buy it, you reap the benefits, you do Gamba on the Forge now, that's it. But then, I saw these videos. I open YouTube recommendation recommends me all these shit videos. Forge Pass is shit, it's a scam. It's not worth it. You know, one video is okay. Two, I start to change my YouTube preference policy and, settings. Three is too much. I have to make a video just to tell you how wrong these content creators are. Really, really wrong. You know, you can be a big shot content creator. You could be a god gamer like Chosen. But when it comes to these details about the game, you're not just a little bit wrong, you're actually completely fucking wrong. Let me explain why. Let me argue this both qualitatively and quantitatively, and then you'll understand. So let me do two things. Let me show you how the game works, okay? This is a whale account, okay? You might think, oh, it doesn't apply to free-to-play. It applies more to free-to-play, right? Because you have less options, so you need to be more selective about your gear and your champions, okay? For whale, I can get away with things, okay? So the first thing we learn about the game, one of the first things we learn about the game, is the idea of a speed lead, okay? So this is my speed lead, okay? It's not that fast, but it's not slow by any, it's slow by whale standards, but it's not slow, and you can see it's 373. Okay, and we know if you are speed synchronized, if you go first, the enemy basically doesn't have much of a chance in basic arena, right? We're not talking about the stone skin or the platinum metas and all these kind of things. We're just talking about basic concepts. Go first, you win. What makes you go first? Just being the fastest champion, right? It's a basic turn meter speed race. Okay, so does all these champions matter? No. Does percentage stats like HP, defense, attack percentage, crit damage, does it matter? No. What does it matter? 6-star speed boost, assuming it's a guaranteed, then it's basically 5 pieces of your main gear plus your banner subset speed, right? That's what you roll for, okay? This is what you want. This is the only quad speed piece I have. Probably one of the very few quad pieces I have. I think I have a few quad crits. I think I have less than 5 or 6 really high quality 6-star legendary on good sets, right? Speed, savage, crit damage kind of sets. Quad. 6 or 7 after almost 3 years of playing, of whaling. 6 or 7. So there's people like Chosen's complaining, oh, I have so many triple and quads. I don't have enough ores. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. You will have more chaos ores than you have good quad pieces. Okay? Always. Because the cost of rolling to quad, on a good set, 6-star legendary is even quite rare. Rolling all the way to quad and then oring it, you won't be doing that every day, every week. Really. You do a burst because it just came out, the Forge Pass. So first of all, what I'm trying to get at is very few pieces, 6 or 7 pieces determine your account when it comes to speed, okay? All the other, look at that, 1,300 possible pieces of gear, doesn't matter. Only 5 or 6 really determine whether you go first in arena and basically whether you win or not, okay? Assuming you use the right strategy, etc. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, when we come to actual stats, okay? So not just speed, but attack, crit, etc. Let's have a look at how much difference that makes, right? So when we go to actual stats, where you don't need quads and triples, you just need the right combination of good gear. So let's, for example, look at my best build champion. Okay, so this is not empowered, right? This is not +1 or +4. If you look at the stats here, 7,000 attack, 288 crit damage in Savage Cruel gear. Okay, where does that come from? That just comes from forging, not in this case, of course, not forging, but running dungeons and forging good gear. Okay, running dungeons doesn't allow you to select where the stats can be biased towards, right? All it allows you is just do large numbers and hope for the best and roll gear, right? Forge is so much better if you think about perception gear, how you can forge and bias it towards accuracy and speed, right? And forge a huge number of great gear, whether it's accuracy or the new Savage 2.0 from Doom Tower, all this new gear, right? If we go to and sorry, just to go back on that, sorry, I didn't make my point strongly enough, okay? If you have a badly built nuker, for example, okay, look at the difference the gear makes, right? You start off with 1,600 attack. Everybody starts with this value. I add 5,392 attack. That's probably more attack I've added than the total stats of some nukers, okay? And 288 crit damage. Okay, in Savage Crew that ignores defense. That's what you're aiming to achieve in this game, and minimizing accuracy at the same time. Okay, I'm not a stun Trunda meta. Okay, and that's what you want to achieve. Okay, really, really good prominent stats. Because unless you just want to run like really slow dungeon teams all day and complain about the game, if this is your life, then I'm sorry. Stop playing. Don't buy anything. Why bother, right? If you want to compete and just be better, even compete with yourself, then you got to think about these things, right? Perception, right? You can forge so much good gear in this, right? And this is what you're buying for Forge Pass, right? If you do the free-to-play Forge Pass, you have some of this. If you pay for the gold tier or the VIP tier, whatever it is, look at that. I paid for it. Immediately, I can forge 110 top quality 5-star, 6-star. Okay? And this plus 12% speed ignores 15% of enemy defense. I mean, it's like a mini Savage, mini speed combined together. It's perfect. Perfect for fast rotos, perfect for a speed nuke, like a Folly. It's really, really good. It's really important for things like Arena, Hydra, maybe not so much dungeons. I mean, if you use some kind of Seer or Poison Explosion or just general Poison team, maybe not so much. But for end-game content like Hydra and for Arena, definitely, right? So when people go to Forge Pass here, and, you know, these content creators, they scroll along here, okay, and they go, silver, you know, forge glyphs, some 5-star, 4-star, you know, glyphs. This is not worth it. I don't know. I don't know if they're just cruising at this point, or why they even bother making these videos. Is it just for a quick few bucks of you guys watching it? Because I make no money out of my channel. Everything I say, I believe in what I say. It's from probably, you know, how many times have I finished Plat Arena? Over 100. You know, it's from a lot of competitive game experience. I'm not saying I'm a top 10, I'm just top 20, but it's from game experience, competing against top other players and understanding how the game works. And if you think this only applies to pay to win, it doesn't. It applies more to free-to-play because you have to make harder decisions on your champions and on your gear. So gear should matter more to you. Think about, at the end, the level 50 reward here is you get 6-star legendary. Well, a whole set of 6-star legendary, okay? If you were to buy that from the shop, let's say it's a Savage set, 6-star legendary, how much would it cost? Is it still available? Let's have a look. Savage set, $44.99. Okay, it's got 300 energy, but forget that, right? Okay, 45 English pounds. That's how much it will cost, right? And that's just 6 pieces. The Forge Pass gives you that at the end, plus it gives you the ability to forge roughly maybe 150, 200 sets, 200 set pieces. And all these glyphs and XP and silver and all the other stuff that okay, perhaps doesn't have as much value. Okay, but you need them to forge, right? I would say You know, I don't know how much you can forge. Maybe it's 150. If you divide that just by 6, you're looking at like 25, 30, not 30 sets, but 25 sets. 25 sets, let's just multiply by 20 pounds. You're looking at 400 pounds plus this, 450 pounds. I would say the forge pass, if you just got it in one go on day one, because time is also a cost. If you just got it instantly, it's like worth about 450 pounds. Very rough ballpark number, right? 450 pounds. Okay, that's how much the forge pass is worth. And yet it costs only what? 10% of that. So, you know, when people say it's a scam, in my opinion, it's exactly the opposite. Forge Pass is the best value pack, apart from Battle Pass, that's ever existed. It's better than gems, better than energy. Because what you're going to do is gems and energy. You're going to grind some dungeon and play RNG with gear, right? And your dungeon RNG gear is even worse because you've got to compete against all the other gear sets that you don't actually want, right? If you do dragon, you're probably after speed, but you definitely don't need accuracy. You don't perhaps need days or avenging. Maybe you do, but not really, right? If you do Fire Knight, okay, it's better, but you probably don't want curing or fury, right? You get to end up with a lot of gear that you really don't need. Whereas for Forge, not only can you select exactly the gear you need, but also you can bias it towards the stats that you want. And the itemization, whether it's a head or a shield that you want, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, it's really, really good. Like, really, really good. And this whole argument of chaos ores, they really don't fucking know what they're talking about. Quad pieces, how many do you actually have? You will always have more ores than worthy quad pieces. Okay? And you only need a few items. One quad. Most whales have 1 or 2 speed quads. Quad speeds, okay? 1 or 2. I have 1. Some will have 0. I know many crackers that have 0 quad speeds. Okay? And that determines arena victory. And consistent good gear forged here. Okay? Forging your lethal set. Forging your instinct set. Forging your, en masse, your perception set. And maybe less swift parry now, okay? Really determines how successful you will be at the end game. When you say you can't do Hydra, when you say you can't compete for arena reset, okay, reset, usually a gear issue as well as a strategy issue, right? Just lack of experience. And, unless you just want to hit, unless you want to go into arena now, and this may not last forever. You just want to hit these kind of teams, right? One-man defenses for easy points. It's not really gameplay, is it, really? I mean, what are you doing with your life if you're just hitting one-man defenses? What you ideally want is to hit harder teams. Ideally, you want to auto these kind of teams. And because I'm a whale, I can get away with it. But if you're not a whale, you can't get away with it, right? Right, if you don't have Hegemon, you have to do a speed race, and gear matters more. For a whale, I can just do this. I can auto this, right? I can lock them out. I'm not going to do anything. Like, this is why gear matters actually a bit less for a whale, right? It matters more for free-to-play, okay? And you really need to kind of understand the importance of gear. Not just champions, not instant satisfaction, but the importance of gear on progressing your account, pushing yourself to the highest levels of Doom Tower, the best gear for Hydra, as well as just generally having, really, really good progression. And then you can be satisfied. Then you will actually stop complaining. You will actually understand. You will stop watching those stupid YouTube videos, okay? Because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, honestly. Okay, that's my rant over. Hopefully you have a really, really great day. And, I'm not a Plarium employee. I don't have shares. I don't think you can buy shares. Not normally anyway. From Plarium. But as just a fellow gamer, I strongly recommend you, if you're going to buy anything, don't buy packs, don't buy energy, don't buy gems. Buy Forge Pass. It's going to transform your account. Forging those Speed Savage Instinct sets is really going to transform your account. Peace. Over and out. And stop watching shitty content creators just because they have a lot of views, just because they have fancy graphics. They know fuck all about the game.